My name is Oscar, Chief Oscar Mokeme, and I'm from Aboji Village, Oba. I am also the Ugoji First of Oba and also the Ozodimani of Oba. In my culture, I hold these titles of Ugoji and Ozodimani. Ozodimani means that I'm a member of the Ozo Council of Chiefs, Nzenozo member. And as an Nzenozo member, I'm also a Dibia. And when I was born was when my grandfather died, and I believe the spirit of him reincarnated through me. And at that time, I began to be called the Obelemmo, which is the young little spirit who have embodied the incarnated spirit of my grandfather, who is Akunne Mokeme. And when I was 12 years old, I went through my first initiation into adulthood, which was when this mask was made for me. The wood, they used to make this tree, came from the tree where my umbilical cord was buried. And before the making of the mask, there's a process of divination and discussion about the personality and the character of a person that would be divined by the oracle before it's incorporated into mask making process. So during this my initiation mask, and the mask has a horn which symbolizes the symbol of strength and ability to motivate myself and others. The color also looks pinkish, which is ability to bring change wherever I go. The stars on the face right there is the idea of journeying. You're going to know yourself and you have to travel far. And during the initiation process, typically initiation is an act where you are removed from the community and you go into seclusion in the woods. You could be individually or with a group of other younger people going through the process. So initiation is a process of somebody who seeks inspiration or who wants to learn. Like somebody who goes to school or somebody who goes to a church that seeks to be inspired. That's what the initiation process is. It's a very rigorous discipline where the elders will monitor you, give you different challenges, but you're guided to go through a process of focus and centeredness. In my case, I had to choose a tree. And the idea of choosing a tree is they want you to focus on that tree until you see yourself as the tree. It's almost like a symbol or system of shape-shifting where you have to see yourself become that tree. And some people may do their initiation challenge in front of a fire where you focus on a fire until you see yourself become the flame in the fire. In this case, when you put your hand in the flame will not burn you because you are the flame. Some people may do it in front of a water or the ocean where you become the water. So these are ways of traveling and journeying. If they choose a tree for you to work with, it means you are a herbalist where you work with plants and trees and herbs and roots. So when you are able to see yourself transform and become that tree, is the same way when you go into the woods looking for instructions on what sort of medicinal plant to use for a certain process. The trees and the plants will pull you so that you become them, and then that will enable you to know what plant to use to compose a certain concoction or medicine to use to guide somebody else. So it's an indirect application of a shapeshifter in the sense that when you are able to transform into this element that will be presented to you and connect with that source, you become it, and then it shows your ability to be able to use those materials to help other people. And that is in a nutshell, a fast and easy process of explaining what it takes to go through initiation ceremony as a young Dibia. During the initiation process in becoming a Dibia, you will have elders and mentors and guardians who will lead you to the place of the initiation, usually done under the apple tree the apple tree is the place of Omomo, fertility. And these 7 elders will represent what we call the 7 spirits. They embody the 7 knowledge or the 7 spirits. And these 7 spirits of God that these men represent are, the first is the spirit of lordship, which is the whim to know yourself. And the next is the person who represents the spirit of wisdom, called Amamife. And the other one will be the elder that represents the spirit of knowledge, Uhota, and the spirit of understanding, and then the spirit of counsel, Ibuizu, and the spirit of might, Ike, and this from the Ike, that is where you get the Wedike, that is where you get the Kinga, the strength. And the last elder will represent the spirit of love. The spirit of love brings you about stillness. It deals with the calmness and being one with the spirit. So these 7 men will guide you with this process, and they watch you as you go through your struggle to transform yourself. There are other deeper exercises that are involved that are meant to keep sacred for the privilege and honor of the Zenozo Council members, which if you are interested, you can become a member and you can go through this process yourself. So it's a very, very thorough way the Igbos guide initiates into this deeper place of spirit so that you can get knowledge, understanding, wisdom, and then from there they begin to assess what your spiritual gifts are and guide you through what your gifts are, so that you can focus in those aspects of your own personal gifts and qualities and develop yourself.